Yo, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing on this happy Saturday, on this rainy Saturday in the South? It's your boy Mike D, aka DDE80, aka 13th Wonder of the World. So nice to hear from y'all on this Saturday. Sorry I haven't been on, folks. Kind of fatigued, burnt out, things like that. Trying to shake back from some things and trying to be better at things. And so I'm back here on a Saturday to give y'all a point of view. Never take another layoff like that again. I know I said it before, but my body had needed some recharging. My body had needed some rest. And so now I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back with the point of view on this Saturday. This is just gonna be a weekend recap of what happened. We know college basketball is playing some great games. We know the NBA is adding up to try to get through the next week for the All-Star weekend, All-Star game, slam dunk contest, things like that. During the week, I will give my predictions on that as well, on all the events. Tomorrow, we know it's Super Bowl Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the Point Place family, Bobby Reezy, M. Breezy, Naya, my sister. I love all y'all. Thank y'all for listening to me on the point of view. But anyway, like I was saying, man, we got a lot of things going on. Tomorrow's Super Bowl, Chiefs versus 49ers. My prediction on that is I think that the 49ers will possibly win the Super Bowl, but I will not count out Patrick Mahomes because I think he does have the mindset of Brady, but he's more athletic than Brady. But this is his opportunity to win a third Super Bowl in 4 tries, and the Chiefs can do it. They are going to be without some of their key pieces, but they could do it. They could possibly win, but the 49ers got on their mind to get Brock Purdy, to get George Kittle, Samuel, and all those boys over the promised land. Chase Young as well, getting a shot at the Super Bowl as well as Bosa. So we'll see what happens with those boys, man, as they get themselves gassed up for the Super Bowl tomorrow. I'm hoping that they win the game and win in fashion. I think the 49ers have a great chance to win. They thought about when they played them a couple of years ago, and the 49ers had the Chiefs beat, but they didn't win in the final score. So that's still on Kittle's and Samuel's mind, folks. Don't fool yourself. They're still thinking about that. But I will come back on and give you my intel direct opinion about the Super Bowl for tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, into the business of wrestling, just a little. I'm just going to go over a couple of things in wrestling. Carmelo's heel turn is great for business. He's a heel now. Looks like he's going to probably go up against Dragunov again for the title, and then Trick's going to come out. It's going to be Trick and Melo when it all boils down to it. That's the end game for that rivalry. Hangman Page has turned heel with Swerve Strickland in his match with Swerve Strickland, which was a time-limited draw. Swerve did not beat Hangman, so it's a triple threat match for the title. Now it's going to be Hangman, Swerve, and Joe for the AEW Championship at Final Resolution. Man, but the way they did it was the way that they did Austin and Bret Hart back in '97, when Austin was the heel, but Bret Hart was the good guy. So in that one match that Hart and Austin had, where Austin never gave up in the submission match at Mania, they turned the characters and they made Bret Hart come out as the bad guy and Stone Cold as the sympathetic babyface. And that's what happened with Hangman Page. Hangman Page is now the bad guy, and Swerve Strickland is the sympathetic babyface, because everybody's wanting Swerve Strickland to become the first ever black AEW World Champion. And that could possibly happen at this pay-per-view. We'll see it. And also, ladies and gentlemen, the good side of it. Then I'll get into the other stuff, especially the WWE stuff. But the good side is also that Sting and Darby Allin became the tag team champions this past Wednesday. Literally, I felt good seeing the Stinger get one more crack in the sunshine, man. And him and Darby Allin done it. They are the tag team champions. And it looks like that they're going to go up against the Young Bucks and possibly Bill and Ricky Starks in a triple threat for the tag team titles at Final Resolution. And I think that either the Young Bucks or Bill and Starks are probably going to win the tag team titles back. I think Sting loses his last match in AEW. But it's great to see. Congratulations to Sting and Darby for becoming the AEW Tag Team Champions. What a great moment, a great smile on his face to see Sting get gold at this late age. Congratulations to the Stinger and Darby as well. Now let's talk about what happened Thursday and last night on SmackDown. Folks, the WrestleMania kickoff press conference was one of the biggest, the most cinematic storyline there was in the business. I don't know who came up with this. I don't know if it was Rock, Triple H, Nick Khan, Roman Reigns, Cody, Seth Rock. Man, let me tell you. That press conference they had Thursday was one of the greatest cinematic build-ups I've ever seen in the business of wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, you can name on your fingers, on your hands, how many cinematic storylines had got you grasped. It's a lot of storylines in the business. But this is better than the John Cena, Bray Wyatt, bless Bray Wyatt's soul, from back in the pandemic when they wanted Cena to go up against The Fiend. Their cinematic match was great. The Undertaker and AJ Styles was great. Even the Stone Cold Steve Austin KO storyline in WrestleMania 2 years ago was great. But this storyline between The Rock, Roman, Seth Rollins, Triple H, Cody Rhodes, masterpiece. Because everybody had already had the idea that it was going to be Rock versus Roman in WrestleMania. They had me fooled. They had me fooled right then and there. Because I thought that it was going to be Cody versus Seth versus Drew McIntyre or somebody in a triple threat at WrestleMania. I think you hold off on that match between Rock and Roman until either SummerSlam or Survivor Series or at next year's WrestleMania or at Money in the Bank or Crown Jewel, one of those other venues. Man, Rock turned heel. He's corporate Rock all over again. This is 1998 Rock, when Rock sided with McMahon and Shane and the corporation. This is all Rock all over again, 27 years later. This is exactly what it is. The only difference is that Triple H can't wrestle anymore. And I don't know who's thinking that it's going to be him versus Rock in a match. Triple H has a pacemaker in his heart. He can't wrestle anymore. He cannot physically wrestle, but he can do somebody else to do the bidding for him. This is great for business. Cinematic storyline starts at the press conference. Rock slaps Cody to put more heat on him. Rock tells Triple H, fix it, cursing, telling him, if you don't do nothing about it, I will. Great storyline. Rock is a part of the bloodline. It's Rock, Roman, Heyman, Solo, Jimmy. They're all in the bloodline now. One of the greatest things you ever thought would happen happened. This is exactly why I tell people that the moving parts are always moving in wrestling. And this was a huge moving part situation with Rock and Roman and Cody. Now, there's a talk, and this could possibly happen, folks, that Rock and Roman will go up against Seth and Cody at night one of WrestleMania. It's not going to happen at the Elimination Chamber because I don't think Rock's going to Australia or Roman unless they're going to get paid for going, unless it's in the cards for them to go. I would love to see them go at that in Australia and make that match happen. Where Cody goes up against Cody teams up with Seth against Roman and Rock. That'd be a great matchup if they could do it. But I don't think Roman and Rock are going to be at Australia, but unless they decide to make that match happen, make the biggest match happen at that thing, because I think it's like next week or the week after, whatever. But it would be good to see them have that match in Australia to boom up the ticket sales if that was to happen. The Elimination Chamber is going strong. Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre are in. Bobby Lashley against Bronson Reed, Ivar and LA Knight, Miz and Logan Paul and Dominique and Kevin Owens. Those are the matches for the men's side. The women's side is Naomi versus Shotzi, and it's gonna be Naomi and Selena, and Tiffany and Shotzi, and Liv and Zoe. They're gonna have their matches Monday on Raw. Interesting to see how that goes down. Also, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne are gonna go up against the Judgment Day for the tag team titles at that pay-per-view. Rhea Ripley against Nia Jax for the women's title. We see Bayley and Dakota Kai are now going to be going up against Damage Control. I don't know what side Dakota Kai is on. Dakota Kai may be playing both sides. We'll see what happens with that there. As, the moving parts gets ready for the road to WrestleMania. But back to this Rock and Roman thing. Man, this was great. They booed The Rock, and they're now with the Rocky Sucks chance again. Let me give you my opinion. I like it. I like the team of Roman Reigns and The Rock. I love it because I know that this is making dollars. Rock is in charge now of the WWE. He's the owner. Triple H comes out and said it don't matter who role it is. He threw shots. He said that the match between Cody and Roman is going to happen at WrestleMania. It's probably going to happen, but Rock's going to be a part of that somehow. He may be in the corner of Roman Reigns or whatever, but we're going to see. Cody's going to have an opportunity to finish the story this year. Last week, we were feeling sorry for Cody, but this week, we're not. So Cody's going to get his story. Seth Rollins is probably going to fight somebody, either Drew McIntyre. And don't fool yourself, folks. Sami Zayn's going to be involved in something. Either this title match with Seth Rollins or Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre is probably going to win that Elimination Chamber. And it's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins versus somebody else. And I think it's going to be Sami Zayn. I think you put Sami Zayn in there in the triple threat. And I think Sami Zayn could possibly become the champion. Could you imagine Sami Zayn becoming the next world heavyweight champion? Or Drew becoming the champion again? That could possibly happen. That could happen at WrestleMania. I'm just throwing out scenarios, folks. That's what I see. And I'm going to yield for a minute But I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm here on the point of view. I might come back on later on. I don't know yet. I will definitely probably be on tomorrow before the Super Bowl, giving out my opinions on things. The Lakers have won 3 straight. I saw all the trades. I'll talk about that in a further podcast. I'm trying to get myself back together to get it together, folks. Y'all just keep me in prayer. Been a long, tough week. You know, things happen in your life, whatever. The only thing you could do about it is learn from your mistakes and try to go on with your life. You can't just hold on to situations when nobody wants to hold on to them with you. You just got to go on with your situation, go on with your life, try to be a better person. Even though you make mistakes, you learn from your mistakes, you pick up from your mistakes, and you try to move on with your life, move on with your character. You know that you're not that person that people try to portray you as. It's all right. You make errors, you make mistakes, you make bad decisions at times. That don't stop you from being a child of God. That don't stop you from being a great person. You can always learn from the next chapter and do what you got to do. You don't have to like me, but I'm going to like you still. I'm still going to pray for you, try to make things better. All I can do is try to make amends. Nobody wants to make amends. Oh, well, I'm getting that off my chest, getting it off my back. It is what it is. And that's just a life lesson, folks, because everybody goes through it. But as far as that goes, I'm DDE80. God bless you. God keep you. Have a good night. Enjoy college basketball, sports, AEW Collision, NBA, college basketball. I'm out.